Alright. Let's get started. Hi everybody! All of everyone has yet to tune in, because I just went live. But, we are back with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Just gonna hang on for a little while. Until, we've been live for a few more minutes. But, as you can see, I've leveled up a little bit since last time. I'm 26 now. I did the 2 dungeons off stream because they had no relevance to the main story. They're just kind of introduction dungeons. So, I'm currently on the quest where I have to turn it in for the 3rd dungeon that I finished called Copperbell Mines. And then we're going to continue on. I really want to get to the first Primal fight tonight, but it really depends on how long it takes. I'm probably gonna go until just about midnight, maybe a little bit over if I want, but yeah. So let's continue on. I have to turn the quest into this man named Painted Mesa. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operation can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman good to see you alive and well in one piece. I didn't think we'd have to have a loading screen just for that one little mini cutscene. Oh, wait, there's actually more. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capability I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Creepy asshole. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. No one wants to help her. I'll help her. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of ye. I swear on your mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with me coin I saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. I can't remember if she's lying or not. And who the hells are you when you're at home? Wait, what? And who the hells are you when you're at home? The dog's master? Oh, I see. That's funny because I'm a cat person. I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. I mean, you guys, you know who I am? This is just like World of Warcraft. No one knows who I am. And so they're going to die for it. Because they're stupid. It's also strange that there is no music at this part. Here we go. Get wrecked, bitch! Not bad for an adventurer. Stop bloody gawping at me and give me a hand, will ya? Now he needs help. Bugger, bugger, bugger! kill all these punks. And we win. I love that combat music. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Uh-oh. What's happening? I swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. Hi, Mav. Happy New Year. I'm in Central Time. I'm in Illinois, so I still have about 2 more hours, but I hope you have a good New Year. It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, and it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Oh, I skipped text. If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. Yeah, for the first time in a few years, I actually had no plans tonight for New Year's, so I figured, you know, why not do some streaming? Everyone else who doesn't have plans can come hang out if they want. Watch some good Final Fantasy XIV. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff. It well may come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may well be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you have no coin, you have no hope. What will become of our city? Thanks, Mav. Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find some employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your Dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see in no time the end to misery and suffering. Oh, no end. I can read words, I promise. Yeah, she bought her meat from like a totally different dude. From who was trying to scam her. Sir, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Bitch, she didn't steal from you. What? You saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. This guy's, you don't even have a name, dude. You're like a nobody. The game didn't even give you a name. Gods bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. If you don't think... It don't bear thinking about. Yeah, he like wanted to make you like a sex slave because he's fucking evil. Also, I'm pretty sure Papa Shan, the Lala fellow, was standing there in that crowd. He becomes an important character later. Case closed. It's Ul'dah! And Papa Limo. We kept a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. These two are like my favorites. Except for Thancred, who's my boyfriend. Shh, don't tell him, he doesn't know yet. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably and never once faltered in the face of a myriad of dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a guild by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Ul'dah. Ahem. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we're able to. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She'll tell you where to find us. So this is officially, in my opinion, this is officially where the story starts. Wait a minute, we haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She already knows. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You're ready to hear that a lot. All right. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Oh, Momodi. She's a cutie pie. Ah, Roran, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd be had hard with giants in the dark. That's because we fought some giants in the last dungeon. You're every elm the adventurer Mion said you'd be, Roran. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh no, Edda! Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and he swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Rorend Fadeleaf. I shan't forget. Thank you, Rorend Fadeleaf. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Oh, no. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Oh, gosh, the way she speaks is a pain in the ass. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad that I did. I feel privileged just to be a part of your lives. And that goes doubles for yours, Rorend. Thanks, Momodi. What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Rorend, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Alright. Suddenly just turns into Goblin Slayer. I guess I want this. This is when the real story finally begins, in 14. So I don't need this. I'm gonna move this here. Let's do some inventory management real quick. Equip that. And I think that's it. Momodi's ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, I ain't that surprised. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, a 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose, on account of being Ul'dah. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering if you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you! Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as helped make you the adventurer you are. Momodi, I love you, but could you speak better English? Drop in and tell him how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Alright, cool. So, the character we just met was named Etta, and, she has a sad-ass story that I don't know if we're going to actually do on the stream, but, damn. Etta's story sucks. In a good way. It makes you sad. So right out of the get, she says that the man she was going to marry, basically her fiancé, died, and her fiancé envied you, and she also envied you as an adventurer. And so now she wants to go train again to be better like we are. We'll check in with Etta later and see how everything turned out for her. I'm sure nothing will be wrong. Alright, so we are going to the Waking Sands. And I know that eventually they tell you the story reason why there isn't a teleport crystal there. But for the love of God, I really wish there was, because it's a pain in the ass to have to run there every time you go back. And spoiler alert, I guess we're going to find out in a few minutes, you go back there a lot. So, you have to run through this little valley more times than I can remember. So we got under an hour for the East Coast to hit New Year's. I am close to Chicago, so I still have about 2 hours. But I really want to get to the first Primal before we end, but I have quite a bit of ways to go, so I'm not sure. I have my iPad here again, looking at the quest list. Yeah. If we don't do it today, we'll do it probably first thing next time I stream. Alright, so for those who watched the last stream, I did eventually go around and get all the Aetheryte teleport shards, so I wouldn't run into that problem again. And I also did all my archer stuff, so I'm level 26. Here we are, the Waking Sands. We get to speak to Tataru. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh, Tataru. Wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Ida and Papa Limo. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Roar and Fadeleaf. Roar and Fadeleaf. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. I never know how to pronounce this word. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. We get to meet Minfilia. I love her. For those of you who played, well, I guess not many, but for those who are curious, a lot of these Scions of the Seventh Dawn characters were in the original Final Fantasy XIV before they remade it to A Realm Reborn. So, I'd like to. I would have loved to have played the original one, even though I hear that it wasn't super great. Just so I had like the connection with these characters that more than I do, which they're great. I love all the Scions, but it's super cool to have done this stuff before the game was remade, whereas the story holds over. Like, the game got remade, but the story continued, and the big event that ended 1.0 is like a big event in the world. So, how do I... Oh. For some reason, the teleport didn't work for me to get in there. But yeah, all the Scions were in 1.0, so they're important characters, as you probably could guess. But they are, I mean, I think it's safe to say they're maybe the best characters in the game. There are certain other ones that we'll meet later on, like in Heavensward, that I really like. But, these are some of the best ones. I take it that you are Roar and Fadeleaf. Tataru sent word you had arrived. Lady Minfilia eagerly awaits your coming. This way, if you please. I don't really need the rings. I'm gonna take the gold. Here they are!
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
This is how you know it's important. They voice acted this part.
I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
Oh, look at this cast of badasses. We got Urian J, who's voiced by the same voice actor as Lorthamar from World of Warcraft. We have Ida, Papalimo, Y'shtola, Thancred, my one true romance option in this game, and Minfilia, who's their leader.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions, but have patience. All will be revealed in time.
Unfortunately, in the first expansion, except for Minfilia, I think, they recast most of the voice actors for the Scions, and for some of the other characters you haven't met yet, which I'm not sure why they did that, but for now, they're pretty cool. I like the new ones too, but...
First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
The Primals!
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us.
The Echo!
Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yes, we did just now, and then at the very beginning of the game, back during my recordings, that happens. I think a third time it happens as well when we were facing off against, we don't know his name yet, but the black-cloaked, mysterious mage man.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, A mind without a body?
Yeah, we also had a vision where we saw the goddess of the world, so it's kind of important, Heidelin.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. A power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past.
I have to say, this is really the moment where the game becomes like less of just a regular kind of MMO and more of, oh, you're playing a Final Fantasy game. Because if you played other Final Fantasy games and you just started hearing this, you'd be like, oh, this is Final Fantasy story writing. Like, I think this is the moment where it's like, this isn't just another MMO. This is a Final Fantasy MMO.
You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo.
I love Minfilia. She's just such a cutie.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals.
She's such a morally good cutie pie. She's great.
So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
Like me.
Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Of course. You are like the biggest badasses in the world right here. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. She's so tiny. I love how tiny the Lalafell are. They're so cute. Well, they're either super cute or they're super evil. They seem to have that dynamic where the Lalafell are either like, oh, I'm the good guy, or I'm the master villain behind the doll. And you'll find out more why I say that later. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way as a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You'll need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask you to aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know your purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. I mean, yes, I'll tell you right now. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which members use to reach one another when afield. It's Wild Rose. Oh, Final Fantasy callbacks. Pray, keep it safe. Hooray! Now we have retainers, which are cool, but I like never use them ever. Yeah, I'll just read this out. They are helpful NPCs who can be hired by the player to do things like storing gear, excess gil, or selling unwanted items on the markets. They can also be sent on ventures. A contract of service can be drafted by Fridbwib and Limsa Laminsa, Parnell and Gridania, Chachabi and Ul'dah, Prunilla and Ishgard, or Kazashi and Kugain. We don't have those two yet available to us, but we will eventually. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer. What will you say? I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Yours is no small endeavor. The dangers... I'll say the first one. I will go whither... No. I don't want to say that. It's not wither like it withers, but... I guess I'll say this one. Whoops! Oh, they want me to say a wild rose. That's why. Although I want to see what the other ones she says are. Small, no. Worthy, undeniably. We labor for the good of all the realm. Or, I could say, the dangers are great. They are, yet the risks we take are justified, given that which is at stake. What if I say nothing? It just ends? Alright. Okay, fine, game. I'll say the password like you want me to. Are either of these good for me? No, that's a caster one. What about this one? No, not really. I'll take the gold, I guess, or the bronze. It's weird that they offer you, like, necklace rewards, but, like, the very first one they give you is pretty good.
Us. Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
We get to see everybody!
Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Ul'dah.
That is in the north. That is very far north from where we are.
The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom, both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them.
The Garleans are the Garlean Empire, which is the... Almost every Final Fantasy game has an empire or an empire-like entity, and in this game it's just the Garlean Empire. And they are evil. They tried to invade Eorzea for reasons that I don't think we have been told yet in the playthrough, but there are reasons. And they were stopped, but they caused the calamity a few years ago, which destroyed or devastated Eorzea, and basically... The calamity, which was the moon crashing into Eorzea, was the last event of Final Fantasy 1.0 before they remade it into a realm reborn. So, the Garlean Empire caused the calamity.
Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea.
We were told this, so I'm not like spoiling things ahead of time. I just kind of want to remind people, because people might forget after so long of them not bringing up certain topics.
When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
We met them several times. They're cuties.
Welcome. I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too.
I love these two.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He's a cutie patootie.
He is our man here in Ul'dah. Jewel of the desert.
Oh, why can't he be my man?
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Yeah, Papa Limo is a very strange name. But you know, it's Final Fantasy, so everyone has a crazy ass name like Y'shtola.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
That's Lorthamar! Pew, 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 pew. Also plays Fenris in Dragon Age. Multiple characters that I absolutely love.
The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose.
The Battle of Carteneau was the location of the final battle where the calamity struck. So the moon hit the ground at the Battle of... Well, the calamity occurred at the Battle of Carteneau.
We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh my god, I love her.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family.
I already do!
But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a Primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit.
Ifrit! Woo! The first Primal that gets named. So you can probably guess what the Primals are in this game's universe. They are the best part of the game! Or one of them. They are... Ooh, all of them are so cool.
If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt.
Also, I call it
The crimes
Ifrit,
were
not
committed
Ifrit. I
in
don't
the
care.
name of a Primal.
Come at me. I've said Ifrit since I was a little kid and first played Final Fantasy... What was the first one I played? 6?
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the Primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Oh my god, I'm in love with you, Thancred. Stop! Also, if you make a thaumaturge, or I don't remember the other ones that start in Ul'dah, your introduction to Thancred is he shows up butt-ass naked and doesn't remember where he was. And you're like, I love you! It's like, what did you do? Why would you do this to me, game? Ready to begin? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe are connected. Assuming we are correct, it is likely that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security all over their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would be a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see he gives us his full cooperation. Alright, so we are going to go to Camp Drybone. So now we're worrying about the Primals. The Primals are basically gods that are worshipped by the Beast Tribes. Ifrit is the first Primal that we have been told of. And he is worshipped by the Amalja. I forget the Amalja. Amalja. I know how it's spelled, but I'm not sure entirely how it's pronounced, even though they just said it. They are kind of like the I'm trying to figure out how to describe them. We really haven't seen them in our intro, but they're in the intro for Ul'dah. They're kind of like the villain. Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. Seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at the camp, but the people have come to look for me for leadership. You may have my word, I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Okay, still, they're still throwing necklaces at us that we don't need. Unsolved mystery. Isambard of Camp Drybone, seeking to help solve a mystery of missing persons. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You might do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by the Amalja's hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay in the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Amada Landalma, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see their deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not of the Amalja still linger. Would you search the remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in the area. Alright, cool. So, we need to go south. Which means Camp Drybone is always confusing because you have to run up this winding little path to get out. Which is right up here. Like I said, we are pretty over-leveled for this. One cool thing... We're 27 now, actually. We leveled up. One of the cool things about Final Fantasy XIV is that for the main story quest, and for other world events like Fates, which are kind of like these world events in tiny little areas, where you have to fill up a bar by doing something. But they will actually sync your level to a level range to make the fights actually challenging. So you can't just like over level and then go and blast through the main story quests, because they want you to feel like you have to actually try to beat them, which I always thought was cool. Here are the Amalja. Let's get a good look at them. They're like bipedal catmen. Although they didn't actually... I thought they were going to sync my level to this, but they didn't. So this actually isn't difficult. But usually they do. If you have like scripted events where you have to like load into a cutscene, they sync your level. And sometimes if you're so over leveled that you have new abilities, if they sync your level back to when you wouldn't know them, you just can't use them for that fight, which is pretty interesting. Like, I like that idea. So we checked out all the corpses. So now let's go talk back to Isambard. Oh, we're actually carrying the corpses, not just checking them. Somehow I'm carrying 3 bodies. I have no idea how, but that's what they said. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yep. The poor souls appears to have been ravaged by an Amalja before sitting to rot for several turns of the sun. With the bodies given back to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Ul'dah? Have you seen it? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Ul'dah remaining. After all, I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Ul'dah raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. Drybone. And even then, if we're one among them, reading Final Fantasy. The one thing I love about this game, but annoys me, is the writing is very strange and specific in some cases. Like actually, in some cases, it's like old European, weirdly, which is interesting. Alright, let's continue on. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for this vanishing. 12 forbid it be so. So basically right now, he suspects that someone here is helping the Ul'dah. We just don't know who. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffling away the day's earnings. Here, write a note for him to show you. He's not likely to speak to you. Alright, let's go talk to this jerk person. Maybe he can tell us who is... Oops, that's the wrong place. Maybe he can tell us who is helping the beast tribes. Ungust! What's up, dude? Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. Oh my god, it's the same fucking dude! What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folks around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourselves if you don't believe me. Speak with the common folk. There's one right here. Please, sir, just leave me be. Damn. Devious derelict. I've got nothing to say but this. Thal take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Alright. No one wants to tell me anything. Petrified pauper. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Damn. Well, that sucks. So, no one wants to tell us anything. Everyone's afraid to say anything. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folks getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Thanks for your help, Ungust. You are truly a great person and not a douchebag. Well, Isambard, we got no help. So, welcome back, Rorend. Have you learned anything of importance? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. A proper burial. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we have no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so, as long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? Can I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be born to burial. I trust none more than to you. God, I can't wait to stop talking to you and your stupid way of speaking. Seek out a man named Marquess. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. Lich Yard. Lich. I've heard people pronounce it both ways, and now I'm confused and don't actually know how to pronounce it right. The Lich Yard? Lich Yard? I went out the wrong entrance, because I'm good like that. So let's walk all the way around, because I'm stupid. I can't wait to hit level 20. Well, I am past level 20, but level 20 is when you get a mount, I think, right? When do you get the mounts in this game? Yeah, it should be soon. Because I am tired of walking everywhere. Alright, so we are going up this way. To the church. Is this when we meet, a certain individual? I don't remember if this is when we meet him or not. I don't think so. I think it's later. So I'm not going to say who it is. It is later, now that I remember it. Yep. Marquise. I am Marquise. Yes, a body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path there and lay him to rest. Alright. My nose is super itchy today for some reason on the outside. Ooh. We did it. Oh wait, no, I didn't do it yet. Here we go. Be at peace, anonymous dead man. I have the news on. If you keep seeing me look over here, I'm just checking to see the time for the New Year's. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Arson can. She's been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Arson within the church walls. Interesting. Here she is. I hear you have done us a service in the bearing of a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you see him next. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any of the other order. I confide in them and they to me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have word with Marquez, and soon. The ghost of Dick Clark showed up and declared it's not New Year's. It's too soon. It's too soon. Right now on TV that I have muted, I see Christina Aguilera screaming, so I'm a little afraid. Alright, so we still have learned nothing, so thanks everyone at Camp Drybone. Thank you, Rorand. A burial is no easy thing, even when departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Rorand? Oh, Thancred, my BFF, and my BF. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. My name's Thancred. I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Arson herself? Arson? She wouldn't! She couldn't! Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Ooh, so Thancred seems to believe that the priestess is the one helping people disappear. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquess, I swear to the 12 I've seen that face somewhere before. Ooh, who is he? Alright, so I still have no upgrades from the quests. It's because, I've been getting quest rewards for my current level, and these are from, like, level 50, like 18 and stuff. For the children! Sister Arson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular she is fond of. Pray, seek out the boy, Aurora, and see if you can glean something from him about Orson's activities. Speak with the uncombed urchin in the Golden Bazaar. I don't know where that is, actually. Map, tell me all the information. Oh, it's way up there. Shit. I have to run far. I've seen this before. She's working with Twilight's hammer. You know what's funny? That is not too dissimilar of an idea of what's going on right now, is it? People are disappearing. People are... the Scions are worried about this beast tribe's god coming back. And there's a woman at the church who may or may not be involved with helping people disappear, maybe kidnapping them. That is not too dissimilar of ideas, is it? Alright, so we have to go up here. Level 19. So we're getting pretty close. We might be able to actually do the first Titan stuff. Not Titan, the first Primal. For some reason I was thinking of Attack on Titan. And I was like, that's Titan, that's what they're called, right? No, they're called the Primals. There may or may not be a Primal called Titan that I may have accidentally just spoiled, but we'll have to wait and see. Thus far, all we know is Ifrit. There can't possibly be any of the other Primals named after historical Final Fantasy summons. Shh. That's not the big secret. Yeah, so this is a fate, if you're curious. I don't think I've shown fates off in the game so far. They're like little mini events that happen in an area, like right around here. This whole blue bar is where the fate is occurring. And this one is basically to just kill Ul'dah enemies and to get the bar to go up. But because I'm such a high level, I have to level sync if I want to participate. And basically, when you participate, you get gold and experience. But I don't really want to do it right now, so I'm way above level. I don't really need it. Please help! Sister Arson went all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about the Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her! So, we are apparently... Sister Arson has... Arson has come this way, and now she's out in the wilderness all on her own. Save Sister Arson. Now, just in case you can't figure it out, when you enter, like, the purple circle, whoops, I aggroed the wrong thing. That usually means, like, oh, there's a fight that's about to happen. Alright, cool. There we go. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. So, she has yet to do anything suspicious. She actually was helping the kid. The plot, it thickens. We are T-minus 10 minutes from the East Coast New Year's. An hour and 10 minutes from me. Sister Arson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the process, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. These are still not upgrades for me, huh? Well, I need the guild, so it'll be helpful. Ul'dah, wrong places. Isambard seems to have a message from you from Thancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Arson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attacker than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'll be waiting at the Ul'dah encampment to the southeast. I pray you two are able to uncover some evidence regarding the disappearances. Thancred, my boyfriend. I gotta come help you, bro. So we are on Ul'dah, wrong places. So we're pretty close. I think we'll be able to do it. Should be pretty nifty. So we are going right here, it looks like. Yeah, because the Ul'dah encampment's right here. Interesting. Yeah, usually the beast tribes have like their own specific area where they live. There are, I don't know how they work now, considering that it's 2 expansions out of the vanilla game, but a lot of the beast tribes where like their base is have daily quests to go there and like kill them or fight them or help some of them. But I'm not 100% sure how it works now. Ah, there you are. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Arson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It seems my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Arson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Ul'dah caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Thanks, Thancred. Don't put yourself out, bro. Still, I love you, though. It's okay. Search for a clue in the Ul'dah encampment. So here's where they are. I think I'm at high enough level still that I can avoid most of them, but I am going to have to fight this guy. Yeah. Get wrecked! Bam. Gotcha! Alright. Now let's inspect the queer leaflet. Oh, well, I just have to go show the... Okay. I thought I was going to read it. I forgot that I don't. Alright, Thancred. I got a queer leaflet. What do you make of it? Well, did anything tickle your fancy? It says a strange slip of parchment found at the Ul'dah encampment in East Thanalan. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nald'thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. See what our Sister Arson makes of it. Alright, let's go talk to the dear sister at Camp Drybone. Just over 5 minutes to East Coast New Year's. Happy New Year to everyone who's watching on the East Coast. Alright, so let's go inside the inn. Is this the inn? Nope, this is the wrong place. The inn is right here. There she is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe this honor this day? Look at this. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Uh-oh. The plot thickens, Roarend. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. Oh. Wow. We have liberal atheist Thancred over here throwing shade on the church. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned. I just like calling people liberal atheists because it makes me laugh, because I am one. It was used as an insult. These liberal atheists. Posing as a priest to think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Roarend. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. Still no upgrades, huh? This upgrades my magic, but I would rather have the... So the things I keep collecting are bronze pieces. It's basically just, I don't know why they just don't give you the money. Maybe they didn't develop the game like this. But they just give you these things and it sells for gold. It sells for gills. You can see each one of the bronze ones sells for 100. Each one of the silver ones sells for 500. You just sell them to make money. Dressed to deceive. Checkmate, Gatheists. Got him. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity. I mean, it was like 5 seconds ago, so I don't expect you did. Nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them, unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Roarend and me serve as let Roarend and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking out for yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Roarend, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Hooray! Yeah, so we are definitely going to be able to do the first Primal, because this is the quest right before that. So we need to put on the outfit. Yeah, so equip. I think that's it, right? Yeah. So I look poor. I guess this means you look poor, even though I have like a golden ass necklace on. I'm poor, guys, I promise. I need work. Speak with the locals while garbed in weathered shepherd's tunic and shorts. Wait, is there one in here? There is not. I went to the wrong place. Is there two in here that I missed? I'm like standing right on top of one. What am I missing here? Oh, it's in here. Wait, what? Is there a downstairs that I'm missing? No. I remember having trouble with this too when I did it my first time. That's really funny. I explicitly remember being like, what the fuck? Let's talk to this guy. Yeah. None of what they say actually matters. Okay, so let's go to the fourth one. Maybe I have to just do that and the fifth one will unlock. There's going to be one inside here. Alright, last one. Oh, he's up there on the roof. Not in the basement. I'm a fool! Hey, Happy New Year to the East Coast! It is officially 2019 in the new year on the East Coast. So congrats to everyone there. Happy New Year. Alright, there we go. All 5. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Warren. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we are unable to track our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather idea for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and kindly wait for the priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you need to remain in disguise. Cool. So, we're going to go over there. Ugh, itchy nose. I don't know why. It itches. Alright, so we're going to go right here. It's right next to a Fate, but that we're not going to be doing that because we are 8 levels above what we should be right now. So, you know. I'm actually curious what my next ability I get is. At 30, I get another dot, looks like. Oh, at 24, I can get another one that I haven't... There we go. Another ability. Hooray! I apparently had missed out on that. Thancred! A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Time for our cutscene. You look absolutely smashing, Roran, positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our glory to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Ul'dah. I have come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Penury. Penergy. Penergy? I've never heard that word. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, Ungust. Fucking Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Ul'dah raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Ul'dah in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted a schedule for the crystal shipments of the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the venerable and give them over to the Ul'dah. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing. But at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, but you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell it to your own people? Speak! The, mumble was good. What did you say? The corn was good, I said! I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes, and not even see a fraction of what the Ul'dah pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words failed to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you were to blame someone for the mess of the world's in, blame them yourselves or the gods. Quah! Not you again! Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out! No, I know nothing of that, I swear. At this stage, I am rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There will be time to learn the truth. You bitch. Roran, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Whew. Alright, so. Let's go to Minfilia. We have to go all the way back to the Waking Sands. Which means we have to portal to Horizon and run all the way there because, you know, why would you not have to? Alright, so, yeah, I believe the next quest is... Actually, there's one more before that. And then... we get to do the Primal. Okay. And then, I believe shortly after this we get our first mount. I think after, yeah, looking at this. I wish it would have said on this list. It says, like, all the... I have this list of all the quests for the main story. And it's like, here's a dungeon, here's a raid, here's this, here's that. For some reason, the mount is not on here, so I don't actually know when I get that. And I forgot from my first playthrough. I just know that it's pretty soon around this level. I wonder why there is not music playing right now. Okay. Well, it starts there, but then... interesting. Alright. Minfilia, we have good and bad news. We know who's doing it. We don't know where they are, though. We don't know where the innocent civilians are. So this is where we have to return to after most of the main story quests. Although, I mean, it's not constantly, so it's not that bad. And also, when you get your mount, it's a lot faster. For quite a while, we shall be coming back here. Let us speak to Minfilia. Actually, I'm pretty close to level 30, which means I'll be able to become a bard soon. And then once I get to 50 or 55, I'm not sure when. If I want to, I can then become a machinist, which is kind of like a ranged DPS class that has like bots and stuff, which is pretty cool. Welcome back, Rorand. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. You have my thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say they will not willingly part with the information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Ooh, finally. Yay, an upgrade! Oh, wait. That's only because I'm wearing the shit one, isn't it? Let's... I'm gonna decline for a second, and then re-equip this. And then sell this, because I don't need this anymore. Alright, Minfilia. Nope, it's not actually an upgrade. I guess let's take the bronze. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the Primal problem, we must be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it's now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him to use it to demonstrate his craft. Mutamix is ever found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. It's interesting, I've already done this, because apparently they unlock this before you actually get there. What he teaches you is he teaches you how to use materia, which is kind of like gems from World of Warcraft. I mean, it's basically exactly like that. But because, you know, Final Fantasy VII basically had that idea as materia, that is what we're gonna do. So I have to use it, but they don't give you materia right away, so I'm kind of... This seems kind of unnecessarily out of my way to do. Especially because I've already been up there. and I know how to do this. It's kind of archaic from before they began making this questing process more streamlined in the expansion. But, you know, it's not too bad. I was running on a rock because I looked over to my TV because I saw a bunch of people dancing and I wasn't sure what was going on. Alright. Mutamix. So he is a goblin. These are what the goblins look like in Final Fantasy XIV. Pretty cool looking. They are, yes, one of the beast tribes, and they have one of their own primals that I'm not going to tell you who it is. Who is the uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix Lovely Pots? Fighty Tool drinks an iron... Oh, God, I forgot that these guys speak like idiots. Oh, my God. Fighty Tool is what they call weapons. What a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm not even going to try to read that. Not even going to try. Nope. Thank God this guy's not an idiot. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by reducing equipment into its etheric constituents and recrystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with the owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to a gear, you imbue the host item with his power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Yeah, I know. I know how to do materia. This is an unnecessary quest. I will be critical of that here. It is unnecessary. Maybe it was back in vanilla, but it literally is just... it's like gems. You put a gem in a slot, and then it does the thing that the gem says. That's what it is. You have to have an item fully spirit bonded to you, though, which basically just means you have to have it equipped and have used it for a little while, and then it becomes spirit bonded to you. Which essentially then it means it becomes like soul bonded, if you think of it in World of Warcraft terms. So, that is... You have to have a soul-bound item, and then you put the gem in the gem slot, and not everything has gem slots, and then that's how materia works. Just replace gem with materia, and it's literally the same thing. I think in WoW, things that have gem slots are soul-bound anyway, so it's literally exactly the same as that. I'm trying to think, like, even in Burning Crusade, where they introduced jewel crafting, I think all the quest rewards that have gem slots are soul-bound. Yeah, I don't think there is a bind on equip thing with... Maybe there is. I'm sure there probably is, but... In general, that's how it works. I really felt like that should have been like the quest where she tells you to go there, and then you get another quest to go there if you want, and then you continue on normally. But, you know... You've seen BOE greens with gem slots. Well, yeah, there you go. I'm sure there are some, but the premise is exactly the same in this game. It's just the items have to be soul bonded to you, which, you know, is exactly how it works in, WoW. Alright, Minophilia, I did your dirty work for you. Please give me the quest for the cool thing. Because I know it's coming next. You think it started in Legion? I mean, maybe. I can't imagine if jewel crafting was in Burning Crusade when the development of the game was really janky still. There might still be some there. Welcome back! Here's your stupid dagger that I don't even get to keep. Thanks, Minophilia. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills required to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only to look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. I am sure you are aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Material may well give you the edge you need, Reborn, so make it your ally. Now it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me or we need to begin. Yep. I am ready! Lord of the Inferno! Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ul'dah, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Ul'dah to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Ul'dah responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ul'dah attend as planned. As the Ul'dah are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Reborn. Thancred is presently attending another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able to. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made it ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Cool, here we go! Cool time! I'm sorry that I spoiled it in advance, but I couldn't help myself. The Primals are super cool. Yeah, because we don't have another major thing until quite a few more quests, so this might be a shorter stream. I might just end it after we do this. But this does take a decent amount of time, so it's not anytime soon. Wait, this is not the right person. Who am I to speak to? Here we go. Ah, you're Reborn Faintly for the Scions. Thanks for coming, my friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture the Ul'dah and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of the man Ul'dah has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can only deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Ul'dah plot if the mission succeeds, Reborn. Let's make sure it does. Alright, so we need to go up north to the Invisible City, and we're going to interrupt the meeting where supposedly Ul'dah is going to be delivering more abductees to the Ul'dah. But what they don't know is that we've already exposed him, and he told us all about it. I think at this point in the story, I just want to clarify what we know and what we don't know. We know that the Ul'dah are a beast tribe that worship Ifrit, the Primal. We know that they are collecting people for some reason. And they are also collecting crystals for some reason. And I think they explained this at one point, but just to reiterate, in Final Fantasy XIV, crystals are basically crystallized ether, which is kind of like magical essence, I guess, if you want to think of it like that. So crystals are very powerful because they can enhance your magic. They can do a bunch of other things that I don't want to spoil. But the Ul'dah are amassing crystals and people for some reason. And so we're going to interrupt that right now. So here we are at the rendezvous points. I'm going to wait. Yes, I want to proceed. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Ul'dah appear. Yes, sir. So the Immortal Flames are basically like the guards of Ul'dah, one of the capitals. I know, a Final Fantasy game with crystals. What a shocking revelation. We actually have we got a crystal at the very beginning of the game. That seems special for some reason, and we don't really know why. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Uh-oh. We have been... The ambush has been ambushed! Ah, oh! I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Son of a bitch. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat, I have appointments to keep. Son of a bitch. They're all yours. Uh-oh. Fucking Immortal Flames. Always causing problems. Alright. While they all are occupied, I'm gonna fight these guys. Like they're rangers. Okay, there goes one. Try to do like a top-down view. You can AoE all these guys. AoE them all! Get booked! Fucking Ungus is just hiding over here like a little bitch. Why can't I kill him? So only some of the Immortal Flames were traitors, not all of them though. So some of them are helping us fight. You ever play the Bravely games? Instead of having Ifrit or Bahamut as summons to weird stuff like Demon Trains or Planes. In Final Fantasy VIII, there is the Doom Train. That is one of the summons you can get. I have played Bravely Default, yes. I think this is the main boss. I'm gonna fight the other guys first. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII and other games. 6, I think 6 also has the Doom Train, but it's literally just a haunted train that's like a demon. So, you know. Oh no, one of the good guys died on our side. That's not good. I played Bravely Default, but I didn't finish it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the combat system, although in the game's defense, I didn't play a ton of it, so I'd love to give it another shot. But I kind of got bored of it from what I did. I don't know. I want to try again and play it again, though. I really hope I'm supposed to be killing the main guys instead of the ads instead of the main guy, because if not, I'm gonna lose. And you can definitely lose these events. You have to start over. If another wave comes after I kill this guy, I'm gonna turn my focus to the main dude. Okay. Oh yeah, we did it. All right, good. I was supposed to do that. There's There's still more of them. There's no end. Put your weapons down, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! That bitch, you sleep on me! What do you think this is, Final Fantasy? How dare he do this to me? Bring him. The rest of you march! Son of a bitch, Ungust, traitor scum. Well, we've been betrayed. And now we're captured. So I guess we'll find out where all the captures are going. Yeah, they're going here. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in my hand. The Bowel of Embers. So now I have to use the Duty Finder to do a trial. A trial is an 8-man, or no, this one's only 4. But most of the trials are 8-person trials. So I'm going to queue up for this. And then we shall do the super cool events. So it says the wait time is 12 minutes, which is a huge bummer. So let's take a quick look at the internets while we wait for this to pop. Oh, it was announced as Stranger Things Season 3. It's coming back on July 4th, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're just waiting for the duty to fill up. Yeah, so it's not New Year's yet, but Happy New Year to the East Coast. It's been 2019 for half an hour. It shall be 2019 for us in 30 minutes. Hopefully I can get through this before that is over. And then, this is the one thing that is kind of a bummer. I do like it, but if you're playing a little later than normal playtime, which is, you know, it's like almost midnight, then yes, you will. You have to wait for the party to form for some of these, because some of these take place inside of like a dungeon to continue the story. So, I mean, but it's cool though, because the actual events are fucking sweet. And the Primal fights in this game are some of the best boss fights in anything I've ever played. They are fantastic. Ifrit is okay, but he's also only the first one, so it's not, you know, it's not, I don't expect the very first Primal fight to be the best thing that I've ever done in any game. But, you know, it's still good. Let's see, is there some music we could play? Something that's not going to get me flagged on YouTube? Yes, I have my copyright-free remix stuff I can play. It's not mine, but... Because for some reason there's no music down here, so... Let me see. What do I want to play? I used to have a bookmark for my music that I picked for this, but I apparently have deleted it because I'm dumb. I guess let's just look at OC Remix and see what they have. Let's do Final Fantasy and see what comes up. Let's do 9 is one of my favorites. Let's see if there's any cool remixes for 9. Ooh, Black Mage Village. It's always a good one. Just make sure that's not super loud. This is okay. Ooh, there's a You're Not Alone remix. Let's see if any of these are good. Looks like we have half the party filled. I'm looking at the news right now. They're advocating a weight loss person at the New Year's special, which is, you know, great. So right now we are waiting for the party to fill up for our first Primal fight. Just chocobo theme on max volume in a continuous loop. Not the worst thing, but, you know, this kind of reminds me of a Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic, actually. Has themes of I wonder if Chemical Plant Zone is actually part of this. No. It does sound like it, though. This is pretty good, actually. I'm a fan. Let's see what else we can get. Let's do some Sonic remixes. Ooh. Oh, Hydro City. So the average wait time is, oops, I turned off the song. I'm a fool! The average wait time is 10 minutes. We are almost at 10, so hopefully we get this going. Yeah, so these are the 3 dungeons that I've already done. Tasha, the Tam Terra Deep Croft, and Copperbell Mines. You do have a time limit when you do these. For example, each dungeon is 90 minutes. So it kind of incentivizes you to actually do it fast, because if you hit the limit, then you have to restart. And most times, the dungeon will just fall apart then. But, so here's a description for Bowl of Embers, or Bowl. Owing to a betrayal, you have been captured by the Ul'dah and taken to the stronghold of Zanrak. There to be given as an offering to the Primal Ifrit. If you are to survive this fiery encounter with the Lord of the Inferno, you and your comrades must fight with no less than every ounce of your strength. Should you fail, your soul shall burn for eternity. So here's where... it doesn't even show us on the map where we are. Interesting. We're about 25 minutes away from New Year's for me, so... we might be doing... oh, here we go! Awesome. Exactly 10 minutes. I'm so excited. Okay, just to make sure, I looked up the guide just for Ifrit, just so I remember. So it doesn't look like I have to do too much as DPS. Avoid AoE. Kill a spawn halfway through. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno! Your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. This is very Final Fantasy X reminiscent of Ifrit. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeits. They're gonna fucking sacrifice Ungus too, you piece of shit. This is what you deserve. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, yet I am unaffected, my one true God, but all the others have been converted. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. My soul belongs to Heidelin, bitch! The goddess of the world, motherfucker! I'm a warrior of light! Who are you? Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to... Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art by the godless' blessed number. The paragons warned of thine, I-born kind. Thine existence not to be suffered. So he's real pissed that the goddess has blessed us. And now he's gonna kill us! So here we go. The first Primal fight. I have to say the best part of the Primal fights are the music. So let's turn that up a little bit, shall we? That's the AoE on the ground. We got to move out of. Now he's gonna spawn a minion. Yeah, the Infernal Nail that we have to kill as soon as possible. Otherwise it will erupt and kill all of us. Here we go, we got it. Oh shit, he's doing Hellfire! So every Primal fight, halfway through, they'll do their iconic ability. For example, Ifrit's is Hellfire. And then the fight will change a little bit. Like, see right now he's doing all of his abilities more clearly. Or more quickly. Whew. And the pattern changes for them, too. He's almost dead. I think I'm going to use my limit break. Bam! Big shot! There we go. Once again, Ifrit's not the most difficult Primal. He is the first. But the Primals, take my word for it, best part of this game. The Primal fights are super great. And they get fucking crazy later on. Hey, he dropped a crystal. You know, Final Fantasy games, they never have anything to do with crystals. Yeah, we had a crystal already. We got it at the very beginning of the game. Now we have the second one. Hooray! Pray, forgive my lateness. Thanks, Thancred. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Oh my god, Thancred, be my boyfriend. Get married with me, be my husband. Phew! He's a ninja man! I see the Bloodthorn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame's general hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel like I owe you an apology, Aurora, and had I known this mission would be so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in a more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we? This way, sir. We did it. We beat our first Primal. They only get crazier from here. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Ooh, who's this? And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'dah interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth damn for it to read for, but I take your point. I suppose we must be content with ourselves and with the knowledge that we've achieved with our Okay, they achieved their objective. Yet I find I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that's consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Fuck Livia, crazy bitch. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Is that a gunblade wrist guard? I don't know. It could be. There are gunblades in this game, and they actually just announced the gunblade as the next class for the new expansion, so... I will say yes, those are members of the Empire. The Empire, their theme is very much machinery and like gunblades and shields and swords and stuff like that. So yes, there are many gunblade users in the Empire. So the longer that the story goes on, we might see more of them, and we probably will see more gunblades. And I'm talking about actual gunblades, Final Fantasy VIII style. There you are, Rorend. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Ul'dah will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered... Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is reason to enjoy. Seems like a good way to blast your hands off? Nah, they have armor. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Rorand, nor that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. So, now we go back to Minfilia! So, we have beaten the first Primal, who happened to be Ifrit. Ifrit is actually one of my favorite summons from Final Fantasy. I am a little bit disappointed that he is the first one and thus is the easiest, but, you know, he is cool nonetheless. So, we got a little over 10 minutes before New Year's here for me. It is 11:48. Although apparently the show that I have on the background is a little bit quicker than my clock. Right now there are people pouring champagne hanging from high wires into reporters' mouths. It's very American. But we are going to actually turn this quest in, and then I'm going to end it real quick so I can go celebrate with the people who are at home with me right now. Some New Year's. So just in advance before we get there, thank you for watching this shorter stream. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Probably not tomorrow, but keep an eye on my Twitter that I have in the description. I will always talk about when I want to stream ahead of time there. And yeah, just Happy New Year to you and your families. I hope you have a great year. Let us hope that 2019 is better than 2018, because god damn, shit just seemed to be getting worse all year long. On a both world level, nation level, and personal level. So, let's fucking hope that stuff gets better, man. I hope it will. So here we are at the Waking Sands. We're going to turn our quest in, and then we're going to end it here. I will say I'm going to play a little bit more off stream, because after this quest, you get introduced to the 3 factions that you can join for like PvP, and it's not really story related, but it takes up a bunch of the time to do the main story quest. And it's kind of, it's boring, and I don't really want to show you guys that, so. My late arrival nearly cost Rorand his life. I wish I wasn't there when the Ul'dah took him prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Here I am. Rorend, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred's told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we have suspected, the Amalja undertook both robbery and abduction with the aim of summoning their Primal Ifrit. Nor is this the tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the Primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, Primals must consume Aether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more Aether they require. Now, Aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone does not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of Aether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a Primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how Primals are born. When all is well with the world, Primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of Aether. Kind of like the life stream from Final Fantasy VII. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the Primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward a Primal's essence as irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or aetheric coalescence, which grants their beings physical form. Once born, a Primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But Primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself are subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We do not know why, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the Primal's influence. It is as though a great power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the Primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my providing feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you do not need to concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Rorend. You may be sure it won't last long. Once people learn of the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Thancred, I love you. Give me kisses. Be my boyfriend. Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the temperate abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are put to the death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned with included. Needless to say, the information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the Primal, whom he cannot choose to help but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us. So basically, if you get tempered, you get executed, because otherwise you're going to keep giving power to the Primal. And even though you kill them, their essence goes back basically into the universe, and they can come back to life. So Primals are never permanently dead. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses people suffered. Till next time. Bye, Thancred! Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Sois would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Louis Sois? Who is that? That's the first time we've heard that name. Ignore the fact that I know exactly how to pronounce it to signify whether it's important or not. Alright, so, quest complete. That's where we're going to end it here. The next few quests are basically, hey, the guard faction of each capital wants your help, so you have to pick one faction to join. During that process, you get a mount. So I'm going to go through all that off camera, so next time that we stream, we can go right back into the story. But until then, everyone, have a very good New Year. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope the New Year goes well for you and your families. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, stay awesome. I'll see you all, and farewell.